The use of digital media by politicians of all parties now understand the value of social media, including foreign governments. Not only can these parties tailor their messages directly to audiences, but they can reach millions of people with a simple click. Previously to social media, most politicians depended on local newspaper or television ads to get their messages out to the public. And the public had the right to either accept the information or simply ignore it. The main differences between platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and earlier technologies like television is that social media platforms are not just a form of communication, but interactive technologies that can change perspective and outcomes, especially when it comes to the political area. Consequently, in recent years, the political environment has been more prominent through social media and digital media space. Most Americans, as well as much of the rest of the world, receive their news via social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are central platforms to people's experiences and political opinions. Therefore, it could be in someone's best interest to use them and dominate them. Social media presents countless opportunities as an effective distribution and communication channel. This tool influences consumer behaviors with the perception and the ability to bring people together through a common interest. Therefore, it has been a no-brainer for political parties and foreign interests to use social media as a competitive advantage. However, to what extent should it be used? I personally believe that programmatic ad buying should not be used on social media. I feel like there's already so much ads going around for the political campaigns through TV, newspapers, and just everyday things. I just don't believe that social media should really be able to influence for political gain. Programmatic media buying greatly influences these decisions. During programmatic media, software is used to automate the buying, placement, and optimization of media inventory via a bidding system. Automating the process means that it can be done in real time and doesn't rely on the human touch. Eliminating human error is an important step, but is also important to regulate the process itself. The Honest Ads Act was introduced to prevent foreign election interference and bring more transparency to online political advertisements. It is the first step to trying to protect American democracy from the influence of foreign interference in money. As of today, FCC regulations and guidelines that apply to political television and radio advertisements do not apply to ads on the internet. The Honest Ads Act calls for transparency for online social media ads and regulations already opposed by the FCC. Though it is a workable solution in addressing the problems with political advertisement online, it is not a comprehensive solution. It holds major platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Google accountable for collecting and publishing information about ad purchases. It requires anyone that's spending over $500 on an ad space to make the ad public and disclose sponsors. Even if the Honest Ads Act is to be put in place, it can't possibly address all of the elements and influences associated with social media and political advertising. The national security implications of foreign entities continuing to take place in American elections are a clear and present danger to the United States. That's why Facebook should follow Twitter's actions and ban political advertising also. In the end, it all comes down to business ethics and doing the right thing. Without regulation, there's no guarantee that Facebook or any other social media platforms will do the right thing, especially if it impacts their bottom line. Since Russia's interference took place in the 2016 U.S. elections, it is evident that there is a need for transparency when it comes to social media and political advertising. Social media has evolved over the years, and like everything else, with progress comes change. As platform owners, social media sites such as Facebook and Twitter need to address the change to ensure that inappropriate influences do not take place when it comes to political advertising. Transparency is great, but without a complete ban, there is no guarantee that corruption or foreign influences will not take place. So the fact that anyone can place a political ad on social media without having to disclose like who the funders are for it is a little frustrating. Just thinking that it could be foreign countries or something like that, just putting out information of maybe who would be best for them, and it's not for them, it's for the United States. So I feel like Congress should really address the situation because it's kind of corrupting our elections and not making it fair. I believe that Twitter has done the right thing for banning political advertisements. I just don't think that it's right for people who don't even want to vote or don't even have anything to say, and then they see an advertisement and they're like, oh, awesome, well, I'll go vote. He does one thing that's right. I don't know, it just influences people to go different directions that maybe they wouldn't. And I think that Twitter is kind of doing it right, even though they're losing a lot of money through it. I feel like they're doing the right thing from banning political advertisements. And I think Facebook should follow their lead.